What's up, everyone? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we've got another Prize Picks video for you. We've got a pretty big slate on Sunday for the NBA. We've got 11 games, a lot of fun matchups to get into. I wish we had enough time tomorrow to do our daily show when the board's more filled out. We don't, unfortunately, but we will be definitely be active in the Discord tomorrow because there's so much to get into. We've got 4 plays for you. I think I mentioned it, but we'll be talking about February 25th, the Sunday NBA slate. And before we get started, though, if you've never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code at the bottom of the screen. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. They'll double what you put on. So, 100 gets you 200. Just make sure you put that code in and you will get hooked up with that deal. And if you're new to our channel, just make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be able to jump on plays before they get bumped or removed. It actually hasn't been too bad lately, but we are just coming off the All-Star break. So yeah, you want to jump on these quick. Otherwise, sometimes you just miss out. And if you guys don't mind, just do us a favor and like the video. We've been getting all sorts of random comments, like people, like, I don't know why, like someone said, like, I'll like your video if you give me a winning slip. I think that's fair. I'm like, all right, like, it's not that big of a deal if you guys don't like.
Just hit the button, bro.
Like, dude, I know, it's like, we mention it just because we do notice a difference in the performance of the videos when we do mention it versus when we don't. But we just want to hang with you guys. We appreciate you tuning in. Like, we're not like, bummed out if you guys don't want to take a second to click it. But anyways, guys, let's keep rolling here. So these are the plays that we're getting into. I'm taking John Collins over 9.5 rebounds and Tyrese Maxey over 10.5 rebounds and assists. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm going to be taking Colin Sexton for over 1.5 threes made and LeBron James for over 1.5 threes made.
All right, he's going back-to-back threes.
Yeah.
Here we go. Cool. So, before we get into our recap, which we put out a 6-man last night, we'll go over that. Unfortunately, we're unable to use Daily Grind right now. I think they're doing some updates because it won't load. But it's a bummer because I love to verify my plays with the DFS optimizer. And, sometimes we use the DFS optimizer to seek out plays. We almost always do, but sometimes just to change it up to get a different look at the board, we'll start at Prize Picks. And then when we see a play we like, we'll go and look at what the optimizer is saying about it. There's a lot of different ways to use that. If you're interested in checking out their tools, they are giving all of our viewers 25% off. Really good tools. Just use code BACKDOOR, and there's a link in the description of the video. But if you go to dgfantasy.com and you use code BACKDOOR, you'll get 25% off your first month, and you can apply that to any of the tools that they have. But yeah, I am a little bummed that we can't use it tonight because I'll probably try refreshing it once I get into this breakdown. But all right, so let's go over our recap. So we put out a 6-man slip. I'll just go over mine real quick. I took Anthony Edwards over 10.5 rebounds and assists. He ended up getting this for us just barely. He hit 11. Precious Achiuwa, unfortunately, did not get to 30 fantasy score. That was one of my other plays. He just had a little bit, he was like a little bit quiet on scoring in particular, only 8 points, but he did get his 9 rebounds, but only 1 assist, which is typical for him. 1 blocked shot and one turnover. So I feel like a little bit more on the scoring end and maybe like 1 more steal or block could have got us there, but he went for 22.3. So we missed on that one. But we did hit Derek White for fantasy score. We took him at 28. He ended up going for 31.6. That was a fun game. It's fun this time of year, man. Like a lot of these teams are really showing what they've got. Like the Knicks look really gritty, man. So, I mean, obviously the Celtics have looked gritty all year, but Derek White had like a decent night. He ended up going for 13 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. So we definitely wouldn't have hit that without those defensive scores there on the steals. But anyways, how'd you do, Jordy? You want to break yours down?
Yeah, I went 2-1 also. I had Dante DiVincenzo for over 3.5 threes made. He got this done. I was a little worried because going into the 4th, he only had 2 threes made. And let me tell you, Derek White, he's a solid defender. Like that dude was locking him up the entire game. Like he almost made DiVincenzo join the bald gang because he was like stressing him out the entire day. Like he didn't get much other than maybe just his 4 threes. I don't know. It didn't seem like DiVincenzo did much. He ended up cashing it for us, thank God. But yeah, it was a tough game for him for sure. Josh Hart, he just barely cashed this for us as well. We took Josh Hart for over 13 rebounds and assists, and he had 14. So he just cashed that for us. And then the only bust of the night on my end was Cam Thomas. This is so frustrating because he had so many opportunities. Brooklyn just couldn't knock down the shots that he was passing to them. He had another opportunity right at the end of the game with Bridges, and he just missed a 3. And then he had another opportunity, and he passed it to Schroeder, and he missed it as well. So really close on this one. We took him for over 2.5 assists, and he had only 2. So really close, 0.5 on that one, and pretty close on Precious too.
Yeah, man. It's really fun making the 6-man slips. I know like most channels don't put out as many picks as we do. And I know that we're not like, you know, whatever, 72 and 1, like a lot of these channels say they are. But we like to put out a lot, like large volume of picks, just because we really enjoy playing this game. And I know when we didn't make the channel, when I would be looking for channels, I always liked when channels gave me like a lot more picks, just because like you don't have to take them all. But I'm curious to hear people break down, like, you know, like maybe you like end up taking 2 of these plays that we're putting out tonight because you really like them. But the whole point is, I don't know, we play in large volume like that, so we tend to put out more picks on our channel than other channels, but it's just because we really enjoy it. Cool. So all right, let's get into breaking down these plays. Jordy and I are really feeling some sweeps and some heaters coming, so I'm really excited about this slate. Starting with John Collins here, let's take a look at this over under. So we have a 242 over under with the Jazz favored by 7. The Spurs have been playing pretty exciting basketball. It's fun to see them unleashing Wemby more on the back half of the season, and the dude is just absolutely living up to the hype. I'll be excited to see how this plays out with all the bigs that Utah has and the speed, and the same with the Spurs. So it'll be a lot of fun. We got a high over under there at 242. I'm not too concerned about a blowout in this case, but I mean, I don't know, like you know, if I were to project it, I could see if the Jazz, if there was going to be a blowout, I could see the Jazz being the team, obviously. But at the same time, you never know. Like the Spurs can just show up. Like the NBA has been very exciting this year in that regard. But if we hop over to Outlier, since we can't pull up DG, I have Outlier on this page just so we can see real quick the odds. DraftKings has this to go over. They have it at a 50-50 shot, and Caesars has it at a minus 123. And yeah, that's, I mean, BetMGM minus 120, so not heavily juiced to go over, but I feel really good about this. Especially John Collins just coming off of an 18 board game. He's gone over it 4 out of his last 5 games. He does have a decent matchup here, I believe. I know they run him at the 5 sometimes too lately. So like at the 5, the Spurs are 25th in rebounds allowed. If he does hop over to the 4 at power forward, they're 15th in rebounds allowed. So nothing scary as far as matchup goes. He's been getting good minutes, just under 30 minutes per game, 3.2 fouls. He is a good defender, so we always talk about that. The fouls are going to be a little bit higher when they're active on defense. But I like the consistency I'm seeing, even though, like, obviously I prefer players that are higher up. Like, you love it when they're in that 35-plus minute range. But 30 is nothing to be concerned about as far as, like, not getting enough play time. And when you see the consistency there, I'm feeling good about it. He's been trending up. He literally just came off of a monster game, so I could see him getting at least double-digit rebounds tomorrow. And so that's going to be my first play. And I'll just check it, but yeah, DG still doing some update or something. But all right, so moving on to Tyrese Maxey for my second play, 10.5 rebounds and assists. If we take a look at this over under, 232 over under, Bucks favored by 5. I really love, obviously we want Embiid back and we want Julius Randle back, but it's fun seeing these teams that are supposed to be good teams. I love seeing how they weather the storms without their like MVP type players. I know Randall's not an MVP, but you know what I mean? They're franchise players. And the Sixers have been keeping it together. It's kind of fun seeing them, put things together. And we got a little bit of a revenge game here for Doc Rivers. So I'm excited to watch this game tomorrow. 232 over under, Bucks favored by 5. So not too concerned about a blowout. Although the Bucks did look really good in that last game. So as far as odds go, on this Maxi play, it looks like it's about a 50-50 shot across the board. FanDuel has it pretty heavily favored to go over. But other than that, looks like, oh wait, I didn't mean to click that. Other than that, yeah, pretty 50-50 across the board. But he's been very consistent lately. If we look at his last 10, he's only gone over at 5 out of his last 10, but look at these last 5. He's just been crushing it. So I like the fact that the 5 out of the 10 are the most recent 5 games. So that tells me he's in rhythm right now. Take a look at this matchup. It's a little bit difficult as far as assists go, which is a big part of his game. He has gotten 5 or more in the last 5 games straight. So 7th in assists allowed, not too scary, but definitely better than average. And then for rebounds, they're a little bit below average at 17th in rebounds allowed. So I like this matchup here for Maxi. He's going to get his minutes. He's averaging just under 40 minutes per game, 2.4 fouls per game. So he's never really getting in foul trouble, and they're good about managing him. If he does get into foul trouble, it tends to be earlier in the game. They'll just pull him for a little bit, and then he adjusts his game, and then he still ends up getting near 40 minutes, regardless of even if the game starts out that way, which did happen in that last game against Cleveland, but he still ended up pulling it off. So feeling good about this play as well. No DG to confirm the play, unfortunately, but if you guys are interested in checking out this app I'm on right now, Outlier, you can just try it out free for 7 days. There's a link in the description of the video. Just click through that link, check it out, see what you think. We love this app, so I'm sure you will too. But that's going to do it for my 2 plays. I'm going to pass it over to Jordy.
Wait, yeah. So before I get into my 2 plays, I just want to tell you guys about Chalkboard. Chalkboard is another prop betting app, just like Prize Picks, just like any of the other ones. But they're honestly super unique. Like what they offer with their platform is super cool. So what you can do is like this Colin Sexton for 1.5 threes. I can bump this up to like 2.5 or 3.5 and get like a super high multiplier on it. So I could get up to like a 3x, or I could bump it down to like 0.5 if I only think he's going to get 1 3 and get like a 1.2x or something like that. So it's pretty cool. And now they offer the ability to insure your plays, which is insane because you can set your own lines. So we're really digging it. We're partnered up with them now too. So if you guys go to the link in the description below, it is iOS only right now. They're working on the Android and desktop version. Hopefully they get that done soon because I really want to use the desktop version. But yeah, go to the link in the description if you're an iOS user, and they will match your first deposit up to $100 as well. And you can place bets as low as $1 and get up to 100x. So it's pretty cool. Definitely go check them out. So
just make sure you use code BACKDOOR to get that deposit match.
Yes. So let's get into my plays here on old PP here. So I'm gonna be going with this Colin Sexton for over 1.5 threes made. He's been on fire with this. He's hit it in 16 out of 20 games, 8 out of his last 10, and he's gone 5 of 5. I love the way this play looks, and he's doing this in like, pretty shallow minutes. We like when players are over 30 minutes, but he is getting like a solid 25 to 30 minutes a game, just depending on how he's shooting that night. But he's cashing these 2 threes every game, and he's shooting 50% from the floor or from 3, and he's shooting 5.2 attempts. So that'll work. He's making 2.4 a game. So I'm super confident in him to get this done. In the head-to-head, he missed it twice, but like you look at his minutes in these games and they're okay, but I'm gonna give him a chance on this one. They're just playing San Antonio. San Antonio is nothing super crazy. If we want to look at the over/under on this game, let's see here. It should be a nice high one, 241 with a 7-point favorite to the Jazz. So I feel great about him going over this. It's a great matchup for him too. 20th allowed in 3-pointers, giving up 3.2 a game to his position. So I feel great about this one. Definitely gonna be rolling this one. Nothing noticeable on the injury reports. I did not know that Marcus Morris was a San Antonio Spur. But that trade, man, those trade deadlines, there's still like a million trades I have no idea about that we're like we just figure out sometimes. But it was definitely a fun deadline. But all right, so yeah, I'm feeling good about Colin Sexton. If you want to look at the odds on this one, they're pretty good. Minus 125 all across the board with everyone. Caesars is giving us two different ones, a minus 129 and a minus 155. I don't know, but I feel good about this one. So yeah, taking that one. And then old LeBron James, man, he's been cashing threes too. He's gone over this 15 out of his last 20 games as well. He's gone over this 9 out of 10 games. He's only missed it in this one game against Charlotte. And you know, he's shooting the ball pretty well for, you know, being late in his career. He's shooting a lot more threes. So he's shooting also 50% from the floor, and he's shooting 4.6 attempts. So that'll work. You know, in the head-to-head, it looks pretty good. He's gone over 3 out of 5 games. And, you know, I think it's going to be fun. Him versus KD, you know, God willing. He is a game-time decision, like always. Him and Anthony Davis have been on this report all year long, and they've been playing through a lot of it. So if it makes you nervous, you know, you can fade it. But there is a lot of people out, so I think LeBron is going to have to play. And, you know, I think this is a good primetime game, so hopefully he doesn't wimp out and he actually plays this one. You know, wimp out as I'm sitting here in my chair betting on him. But, you know, I hope he does play tomorrow. It'll be a good game if he does. If you want to look at the over-under on this game, this is going to be a good game. Right as I get out of church, I'm excited. 237.5 over-under with a 4-point spread in favor of the Suns. So we're liking what we're seeing here. If you want to see the odds, here they are. You know, minus 119 to minus 135. It basically just goes all the way up with all these guys. So I'm feeling good about this one. Matchup wise, if you want to take a look here, it's a tough matchup, but I think it's just 2 threes. You know, with the history of it, I feel comfortable taking it. So just fade these if you don't like them, but I feel really comfortable with these 3-pointers. So
yeah, guys, that's the 4 we're rolling with, and I'm super excited for this slate tomorrow. If you're a part of our Discord, get ready for it to be active, because I'm going to be going hard on this slate. In particular, I'm going to be getting into a lot of chalkboard, because, again, I don't know if you guys realize how amazing it is that you can set your own lines, bets as low as $1, and get like basically flex plays. Like I thought they would never introduce that, because you already set your own lines. So I've been having a blast with it ever since. Very excited about that. Remember, use code BACKDOOR if you want that first deposit match. And there's just so much you can do on chalkboard now, not that they added that. But also, if you guys do want to come hang with us in our Discord, go through the link in the description of the video and just go up to server subscriptions and subscribe. It'll unlock all the channels. It's like 50 cents a day. It just keeps getting better and better. We're at this point doing esports at night, where people are getting into soccer, NHL, and I mean darts, like all sorts of stuff. And so really good environment. What was that?
I said next to some horseshoes, baby.
Yeah, dude, let's get into some horseshoes. Is that actually on Prize Picks?
No, but that would be hilarious.
I'd be down. But yeah, guys, if you do join our Discord, make sure you hop into the community chat and like at Jordy and I and Moose and Consul. Let us know you're there, and we'll welcome you, show you the ropes, let you know like how we do things in our Discord. It's a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying like the direction it's gone lately. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for us. We hope you've had a good weekend so far. We got church early in the morning, so better get off and get some sleep. But if you're in our Discord, I'll see you tomorrow right after church. I'm going to be putting a lot of plays in there. So have a good night, guys.
All right. Good luck, guys.